Hello, mindful friends. As we approach Christmas, it's always nice to spend some time thinking about what true gifts the world would really benefit from, and what are the most truest healing, light-giving gifts. And we tend to focus on the little frills and the funs and the material gifts this time of year, which are fun and beneficial in some ways, give us a little happiness, momentary joy. But when we think deeper as to what would really bring us true happiness and healing this time of year and always, we think that those are more of the energies of the heart and the healing energies that bring happiness and peace to everyone around us and our communities and our world. And those, to me, are always what I feel are the energies of the heart, are that peace, the compassion, the acceptance, the love, the gratitude, hope and joy. And what can we do to really offer those as a gift to the world? That these are what are the kind of gifts that, if they grow, would really bring healing and well-being. Not as much, we do get temporary joys from the material things and our little toys and fun things to play with or consume. But what would honestly help us in that internal well-being and our overall well-being in the world and communities are more of these states of being, and how we're treating one another, how we're living, the emotional experiences we're having, and how much we're connecting and sharing and giving. And so these kinds of energies are some of the gifts that a mindfulness practice can give us. So we say, well, a lot of us, these are harder things to give, right? It's so much easier just to go out to a store, spend our money, purchase something, wrap it up in a bow, and put it under the tree. But how would we really give the gift of peace or love or compassion? That it takes more effort. And like anything else in the world, we cannot give something that we do not have. So if we are not peaceful, present, and loving in our own hearts, in our own lives, then it's really hard for us to offer that to the people in our lives, our community, the people around us. So we think, well, how do we cultivate those things within ourselves to be able to offer that to others? And what I have found to be very effective is my mindfulness practice. And engaging in that daily is what allows me to remember what's most important. It gives me that space and peace of mind to be able to turn inward, reflect on what my internal state is, reflect on some of the circumstances or obstacles that might be making it difficult for me to feel peace or well-being or stability, and then using my awareness to find the supports and resources to bring myself back into those states of well-being. And when we're able to do that and reflect consistently on what's most important to us, that what really brings us that true happiness, which in our mindfulness practice always comes back to that peace, the love, the compassion, the acceptance. When we're focused intentionally on those things, then that ends up being what we are growing within ourselves, what we're strengthening within ourselves. And when that is strong in our own hearts, in our own beings, that's when we get to show up that way for others, for our loved ones in our communities. And so we've all heard the story, maybe, probably, of the son during Christmas whose dad is always out working, he's always busy. When he comes back home, he's stressed out from work. He is with his son, but is distracted and always has a little bit of his attention on his job. And he's asking his son, what do you really want for Christmas this year, right? And the dad's probably thinking, something easy I can just go out and buy and wrap up. And the son tells his dad that, Dad, what I really want is time with you. And this is the hardest thing for this dad to give, right? It will take the most effort because the son isn't asking time with his dad while his dad is distracted, thinking about work, angry about work. His son is asking for time of true presence with his dad, where his dad's mind is clear of all of that work clutter, all the stresses around it, and where he can be truly present with his son, experiencing the joy of the moment with his son. And our kids can feel this, right? They know the difference of when we're present for them only in physical form, and our mind is everywhere else, our heart is everywhere else, and they know the difference of when we are present for them fully and completely, that we can be there for them, supporting them in a peaceful, present, loving, attentive way. Now, how we cultivate these things, right? Now the dad's going, this is not something I can just go out in a half an hour and purchase. This is a true gift of the heart. This takes examining how we're showing up in the world, how we're taking care of ourselves, reflecting on our routines, how we are cultivating this peace and presence in us so that we can offer it to somebody else. Another example of this is Thich Nhat Hanh's example of the refugees in a boat, and how he says in a boat where everybody is panicked, the boat is likely to capsize. But if you have one person in that boat who can maintain peace and calm and a centered state, that boat is much more likely to survive. So imagine the kind of gift you can give the people in your life, in your community, your family, if you are that one person in the boat that offers them the peace and stability that they truly need. And Thich Nhat Hanh always said that the gift, one of the gifts of mindfulness, is that we can cultivate a feeling of peace or happiness at any time, anywhere. And when you are able to do this and show up in this way for other people, you are offering the truly most valuable gift you could ever give. It is the gift of a peaceful, loving, compassionate presence. And this is what creates shifts in ourselves, the people around us, in our whole world, is that if you are the source of this, it ends up growing not only in you, but the people around you. And we think about what is it that this world truly needs more of. And for most of us, when our basic needs are met, it's not those material things. It's not the one extra sweater, the one extra toy. What we really need is people in our lives who are loving and kind and peaceful, and who are present for us in an intentional way, so that they show up for us as a source and an example of the most healing energies in all of life. So I invite you this Christmas season to remember these gifts of the heart, to remember the ways that you engage with them and cultivate them, so that you hold these gifts within yourself and then are able to offer them to the people you care about and your community, and see how much more these gifts truly affect, in a healing and light-giving way, the world around you. If you enjoy these teachings and would like to join us for a group session or individual coaching, you can find us at newleafmindfulness.com. You can find these teachings and many more in both of my books, Living from the Heart and Healing Mindfully. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I hope to see you all very soon, and have a very happy holiday season.